Again, I have to show you the seesaw and where the 2 points lie. Okay, so once again, you have a seesaw, and make this a bit lower. On one side, we're going to say appreciation of exchange rate leads to higher price of exports in foreign currencies. Correct? Therefore, it lowers export price competitiveness. Can we follow this? Does it make sense? Okay. So it lowers your export price competitiveness. So on the other side of the seesaw, I'm going to explain how it leads to higher export price competitiveness. So strange. How is it possible? Appreciation of exchange rate leads to imported raw materials being cheaper in domestic currency. Make sense? Hello. Therefore, okay, COP, I got next to you, yeah. Okay, therefore, the cost of production falls. Okay? Appreciation of exchange rate, imported raw materials are cheaper in local currency, cost of production falls. Does it make sense? When the cost of production falls, you would expect increase in export price competitiveness. Some people ask me, what does it mean when they are more price competitive? It means it's cheaper. It's a fanciful way of saying it becomes cheaper. Okay. So the seesaw, the two sides should balance out each other. It can't be they're working in the same direction. Okay, then you have two people on one side instead of one on each side. Okay. So the real question is, what is the resolution? When you appreciate your exchange rate, do the exports become cheaper or costlier overall? What do you all think? Any ideas? Let's say on Zoom, Ethan, any idea? Which effect dominates, one or two? Which has a greater impact? Okay, I'm also raising this because some people tell me, maybe in schools, they come across a different interpretation. Okay, so I want to address that. Okay, any idea, one or two? Ethan, if you have any idea, you can just tell us the number, okay? And the rest, you can also give me your sense. I want to see whether this is a potential misconception or whether it's okay. So in class, how many of you will say this effect dominates? One, two, three. Okay, still early in the morning, so half raised. Okay, you can. Number two, second effect. No one. Okay. So, okay, Ethan, you mentioned one. I agree. I think you're absolutely right. Okay, when it's one, this is how the seesaw looks like. Yes. If you say the other way around, or you go back to your primary school science, not even your physics curriculum. Okay, so this effect dominates. Why? Now, why is that the case? You see, this is what Cambridge did. They seldom say so much in examiner comments, but in that year, they actually gave this example. Okay, hello. Do you know what Singapore exports? We export a lot of semiconductor chips, right? So let's say this is a semiconductor, okay? The chip is circular lah. So this is what we export. Singapore exports. Okay, maybe going forward, we won't be exporting so many, okay, because of the tariff. But this is what we export. Suppose this part is all made out of imported raw materials. Imported raw materials. Your minerals, your I don't know, your copper, okay, whatever that goes into making it, let's say these are all imported. Then this is domestic value add. Let's say your engineering, your precision skills, everything that goes into making it. Okay, so you have 75% that's imported, 25% that's domestic. Are we okay? Don't need me to write 75% there. You take 100%, you minus. Okay, so let's say if Sing dollar appreciates by a whopping 10%, not possible, okay? Not possible. But if it happens, export price competitiveness is going to fall by how much? 10, the full 10%. The Sing dollar is now 10% more expensive to foreigners. Foreigners will have to pay more to get Sing dollar. But, okay, your imported raw materials will be cheaper by how much? Okay, imported raw materials cheaper by 10%. Correct? The next question, your COP falls by how much? I leave you to figure this out. How much? Is it 10? Do you need calculator? Punch. This is 75%. Go try. What do you think? You see, we take 10% multiplied by the proportion of imports, 7.5, you know. Because we only use 75% imports. So we need to actually take these two and compare. This one. And overall, our exports will become costlier by how much? Period. 10 minus 7.5. You take 10 minus 7, then 3. 3 minus 0.5. 2.5. Oh, 2.5%. Overall, it will become more expensive. There's no way it can swing the other way around. Why? At most, 100% imported raw materials. Then I'll ask you what Singapore doing. You buy here, you pass over to someone else. It's like Raffles Day, the Raffles days, entrepot trade. Singapore just becomes a collection center, distribution center. But even so, as long as you spend, you certify, you still value add a little bit. Can imported raw materials be more than 100%? Corruption. The custom officials take away some. It's not likely. So it will be costlier by 2.5%. Now, this is very important. Any questions? If you end up saying stronger currency helps our exports, we need to do a lot of justification. It doesn't really work out that way. Okay? So if you're okay with this, I'm going to show you how to explain it in words. Okay? This is the most important part. How do you express in writing? Okay? An appreciation of the currency, we don't need to say Singapore, but should be Singapore, okay? Leads to a loss in export price competitiveness. Okay, as the country's exports are now costlier in foreign currencies. Then herein comes the part where we try to harvest for evaluation. We go on to say, however, okay, imported raw materials cost less in domestic currency. Thus, lowering the, I don't spell out, you spell out, okay, COP. Okay. Thus, lowering the cost of production. And the magic word, the pivotal word is coming, which partly offsets. Not word, but words, this term. This shows the examiner that you understand. Okay? Which partly offsets the loss in export price competitiveness from a stronger currency.